Yes, we are live. So, welcome, my dear friends, for this another episode of the Money Blocks Clearing Session. So, today I have with me beautiful Meenakshi. Before I move on to her, just a general intro about how I do these sessions. So, this particular session, if this is the first session you're watching, we will be following this book, which is Love Money, Money Loves You book by Sarah Meckram. So this is the book that we are following with regards to this money blocks clearing session, as well as we will be using the tools of access consciousness to do the clearing itself. That's just a short intro. And now I'm moving on to Meenakshi. Thank you so much for coming and volunteering to be my speaker for the session today. So what can we work
Vishnu.
on? Hello, 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 dear. You want to give a short intro about yourself? I know Meenakshi for a very, very long time now. So she is this beautiful holistic healing practitioner living in India, and she has, beautiful things going in her world. So just a short intro I gave about you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, darling. Okay, so let's get started. What is it that you would love to create in your reality at this time? You already mentioned about the tenant that you would love to have, but in your own words, what's the best reality? What's that best possibility you would like to create in your life?
The best realities I would like to have my own. I have a center now, but I would like to convert my first floor into a full center. That is my best reality. But I have to have some additional income right now. If I have some means of source of income, it will help me for my. That is another source of income. I look at it. But the ultimate
Okay.
reality is to have my own flourishing business, own center. I would wish to convert my first floor as a full healing center with all facilities. I am a sound healer. I practice theta healing, past life. I know modalities. So I would like to have clients coming into me and offering my services to them. That is my ultimate realistic goal for me.
Okay, great. So interestingly, this is the first time we are even discussing about this. So
Yes, yes.
Meenakshi has had a one-on-one session with me prior on a very same topic. But today you have put a different information in front of me. So at this time you are living in a two-floor apartment, and the first floor is the one that you love
Yeah,
to, give it for rent for a tenant,
yeah.
but you have this future dream of making that first floor into a holistic healing center for yourself.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh dear, that's the contradictory request. Okay, so we never touched on that topic last time, and I'm like, oh wow, that's the big giant elephant in the
Because
room
now
here.
you asked the realistic, somehow it touched me inside, deep inside. That is my, what do you say? The innermost feeling is that.
Oh dear. Okay, so what that is the contradictory request. So beautiful example of the contradictory request as well. So this beautiful book basically talks about it's the money being that is talking through the book. So money tells us in this book that whenever we have a contradictory request that is stopping us from creating something in our lives, then it kind of equates. So in Meenakshi's case here, she would love to have a tenant for that house in that can create a temporary income for her at this time. But at the same time, she also has this inner deep desire to actually convert that place into a holistic healing center for herself. So I hope all of you can see here how two things here are contradicting each other. So one side she's thinking, I would love to have the tenant to occupy the place, and in a deep desire is someday I'm going to convert that into a holistic healing center. Okay, so my dear Meenakshi, what I am getting there is, what if the house desires to become a holistic healing center now? And what if, because we had been seeing this pattern, right? It has been 3 to 4 months now.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah. And so far maybe it hasn't been, vacant for such a long time, and Meenakshi has been telling me as well, she is seeing a recurring pattern of people coming in, and the tenants who are interested, and she is living in a beautiful place, and there is no scarcity of tenants as far as I can perceive. The tenants who would like to come to her place are coming and visiting the place, but then something happens and nobody is kind of taking it on. So for a very long time, we had been wondering, okay, what's going on? What's the house? So every thing is an entity of its own. That particular place, that house is an entity by itself. And that entity desires to support you for your desires, your true inner calling that you want to do. Okay, so maybe I have to switch and change the whole clearing session here into something totally different. But you also did mention that somebody is wanting to coming and seeing it,
Yeah.
to kind of have them. The tenant actually came to your place today. It's a huge contradiction, but the strongest message, maybe it's it's a sad news for you, but I feel it might not be a sad news, it might be a good news as well, depending on your point of view right now. So that's the message I'm strongly getting from the house itself. What if this house desires? Because if another tenant comes in, it might be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be even longer. What if that place, and you at this point, I know that you are ready to step out and actually start doing that healing for others. So, what if that place actually desires to be that energy right now? Are you willing to accept it?
Yes, definitely.
Oh
Yes.
dear. Okay, sure. So, first of all, so everything that is bringing in, so my dear audience here, the clearing that I'm going to do is going to be applicable to you as well. So, whatever kind of energies that brings up in your reality, whether it is a tenant who wants to come in, a client who wants to come in, or any way that you have contradictory requests contradicting each other, can we now please destroy and uncreate all of that? And can you be willing to see the true underlying picture that anything around in your reality wants to talk to you? It could be your healing practice, it could be your business, it could be your house, it could be your water bottle, doesn't matter. Each of these are different entities, and different entities wants to contribute to you in a way. Your mind might think, oh, this is what I want, but at the end of the day, it might be a different direction that it is leading you. So everything in you that is making the contradictory request, and everywhere you are not aware of the true underlying thing, can we now please destroy and uncreate that is blocking your awareness? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So at the end of the day, you truly know the answer behind your problems or challenges or issues in life, right? There is that true knowing. So all the cloud that is clouding your true knowing, can we now please destroy that and uncreate that? What would it take for you to trust your true inner knowing? Every way that you are not willing to trust your inner knowing and allow your awareness to show you the answers for your own question, can we now please destroy and uncreate all of that? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, Meenakshi, I'm coming back to you. If there is a possibility of you setting up that holistic healing kind of a center right now, are you willing to team up with other people and create a new possibility altogether? So people might come in, new people can come into your team. It need not have to be that you have to do this all by yourself. So maybe that is what you had been thinking, but what if,
Yeah.
right? The universe can bring you new people, new connections. You can create a group, since especially it's a physical thing that you can do in your world. Obviously, receiving support, are you ready to receive support from the universe, receive support from people around you to help you establish this?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so let's do that as a clearing. everybody who are watching, everywhere you are not willing to receive support from others. Especially, I feel this has been one of the major pattern for me in my life at this time. Until the end of last year, I had been this kind of solopreneur, doing everything all by myself, and I had been that kind of a person since birth. And all of a sudden, this year, 2021, has been a year for me of group connections, of doing everything as a team. And now I'm thinking, wow, what can I co create with others that can create magic and miracles in my life, which I wasn't able to accomplish all by myself until last year? So, everywhere that you are not willing to receive support from others and co create with others and create even more magic and miracles in your life, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And here is one other contribution to you from me. As a holistic healing practitioner, what else can be possible for you if you open the gates and be willing to create a team of holistic healing practitioners and create, let's say, like a program, healing program, and you maybe teaming up with two or three other healing, holistic healing fronts of yours, and all of you together can create a beautiful program. And in Meenakshi's case, I see that she is a sound healer. In her case, one of the possibilities is that she can, team up, you can team up with people in your, I know you have maybe a circle of sound healers around you, whoever is compatible with you, whoever aligns with you, you can kind of ask them, okay, what if we can join together and create and put up this kind of a free event? My top floor is free. So let's create a free event this Sunday. Let's just put up this kind of a free sound healing session, and you might can invite two or three different sound healers, and all of you can bring your tools together and put up this beautiful event. And what if at the end of the event you can also start offering as a at this time we can start creating this kind of a group event. So the most support you are willing to receive, and I feel that as well. So in Meenakshi's case, I think she had also been telling me about a kind of a back pain that you usually have. And today I'm kind of perceiving it could also be because that you are not willing to receive support. So anytime you have a back pain, especially lower back pain or mid back, it usually also goes back to the support. Are you truly willing to receive support from the universe? Which means in our practical reality, it could be you receiving support from human beings around you, you willing to connect with them, you willing to team up with them, and you willing to receive what it is that they are willing to contribute towards you. So every way that you had been this kind of a solo person running around making your life work, can we please let go of all the points of view that makes you feel that I have to do all of this and carrying your burden on your back? Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes, please.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, part, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And I feel everyone who are watching this, you are all here for a specific reason. And it could also be that maybe this is something that you need in your life right now, accepting support from others and opening up to new possibilities. There are so many new possibilities available to you. What if you can simply put, let's say, a Facebook post or maybe an Instagram, something, wherever you're connected with people, you can just put up a post, I'm looking to team up with, these kind of people and create a team project. Or it could be, as I said, it could be a healing program, it could be a coaching program. You might have a specific skill. People who you can co-create with might have different skills. They might have speaking skills, you might have coaching skills, another person might have healing skills, whatever it is. And all of those skills, when you put together, what can come up is completely a new creation into the world, which you cannot accomplish all by yourself. So every way you're not willing to do that, every way you're not willing to see that possibility, let's now destroy and uncreate that. Times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so now let's see what else is coming up. So, when you think about creating this kind of a holistic healing center now, because I see from your words that you had that as a future, but when you think about doing it now, what's that first block or the first thing that is coming up and saying, no, it's not possible in your world?
The clients.
Yes, clients. What if I don't get clients if I do put up this thing? Wow. I think that's going to be a major, major block for most of us who get into creating something new. The first doubt, the first fear that comes up is, what if I put up all of this and spend 15 days working on this and nobody shows up? Okay, so everything that is, first let's destroy and uncreate. So everywhere, all of those doubt and fear, and I feel it's more like a self-doubt. Let's destroy and uncreate that. Times a Godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you have this unique capacity, unique capability when you create something new in your life and then you can pull people into it? What if that creation needs to happen first? So, as I said, everything is an entity by itself. So, let's say you're creating a free, event, sound healing event. That event itself is an entity now. You are creating a consciousness to it, and then now you can actually, so all of this is being taught in access consciousness talk to entities classes. So what is this is anything you put up together, even if it is like a 1 day event or a healing program, or maybe it's a physical thing, whatever it is, the minute you create it, it has its own consciousness, it has its own, it's like a separate individual entity by itself. And only when that entity is formed, it can then attract that right people to it. So, what if now you, as a creator, you create the entity, right? You put this term to it, okay, this is my free event, or this is my healing program, or this is my business that I'm creating. As a creator, you create it, and then you need to allow that. It's like a child that you're producing, right? Now that you have made this child, now the child can actually go out and bring whoever needs to come in, the money that needs to come in, the right information, the resources, the people that needs to come in, all of that, this entity can actually pull it into your life. And of course, energy pulls that I am doing in the group. So all of this I'm actually doing in the Unlimited Money Club group, FB group. If you want, you can just click on the link right above this video and join the group. So what we do there is also energy pulls. So once you have, even for creating this kind of entity, you can do the energy pulls, you can pull that kind of a free event, or you can pull that people into the event. That's how powerful you are. And when you actually do those energy pulls, people show up as if by magic. That's what has always happened in my life. So I do these energy pulls every day in the group, so you can start doing that. Going back, so everywhere in the past, I'm doing this as a clearing, Meenakshi, everywhere in the past that you have worked so hard on creating something, and then you felt disappointed because nobody showed up or you did not get the results as how you wanted to be, can we release those patterns? Can we destroy and uncreate all the failure patterns and those failure trapped emotions? And one of those trapped emotions are effort unreceived. So this comes from emotion code holistic healing modality. So effort unreceived is when in the past, anytime, even especially while you were a child, you did something out of curiosity, out of your passion towards it. You created a beautiful painting, and you went on to a competition, and maybe you lost the competition, and you get that trapped emotion of effort unreceived. So every time in the past that you have created something and you felt that you failed in it, because that's in and itself a judgment actually. So everywhere that you're judging yourself as a failure, and everywhere in the past anything has happened in your life that has made you fail, that made you feel that you have failed, and all of those trapped emotions of effort unreceived, let's now destroy and uncreate that from your energy field. Right, wrong,
Yes,
good, bad, backward, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Great. So if anything is possible as a creator, what if you can create this thing and that thing can actually pull people in automatically? And what if the right resources, maybe you need to create maybe what you call the banners, or maybe some kind of leaflets that you can distribute? What if people can show up in your world who can actually help you put together all of these? And what if money can actually show up in your life? What if you take that first step and the money that you need, the resources that you need, the people that you need can actually then show up in your life? Everywhere that you're not willing to accept it, where everywhere you're not willing to trust the universe, that's one other major thing there. Trusting the universe. Are you willing to trust the universe, trust the people around you, trust money, that all of it is going to automatically come to you once you take that next step? So every way you're not willing to receive and not willing to trust in yourself. Let's now destroy and uncreate all of that times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, proper, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, one other thing that's coming up in that trust factor is everywhere in the past that you actually had trust in yourself, in your abilities, in your capabilities, in your gift, and for some reason you feel cheated by yourself. That is the kind of thing that's coming up right now. Everywhere in the past that you feel that you cheated yourself, can we now destroy and uncreate those patterns in this lifetime and in any of those past lifetimes? And therefore you are
yes.
not willing to trust in yourself now, because you feel that, nope, I trusted myself in the past and I was cheated. I'm not good enough to be trusted again, right?
What
So
what I'm getting now is I can trust others, but I'm not able to trust myself. That is the feeling I'm getting now.
exactly. So that's exactly what we are discussing. So it feels like your inner child, or that kind of small being inside of you is like, oh, you know what, Vishnu, 10 years, 15 years back, I trusted myself and I cheated myself. So I will trust anybody else in the world, but I will never trust myself. It's literally fighting. So everywhere that you feel that you cheated yourself in the past and therefore you're absolutely not willing to trust yourself, can we please destroy that pattern? And all the commitments,
Yes.
vows, and promises that you made in the past that you did not keep up and you feel cheated by yourself this lifetime or any of the past lifetimes, let's destroy and uncreate all of those patterns. Right, wrong, good, bad, for all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Are you willing to trust yourself just once more so you can prove yourself that you are trustworthy? And the more you can actually trust yourself and trust the universe itself, because today you are not the same person as you were 30 years back, right? 30 years or 50 years back. Today you are a new person with new tools, with new information, new knowledge. In the past, even if it is like, let's say 30 years back, and at that time you did something and you feel cheated or you feel that you were a failure, that was the best that person at that time that you were was able to create with that knowledge, with that experience. What if that was truly a success for you? Thinking from that small person's perspective, right? Maybe you were just 10-year old, or maybe you were 20 years old. But today you are such a matured, experienced, and so many more, it's so much more information and knowledge that you have gained. What if today you can create something totally different that you hadn't been able to create in the past? So, every way you have lost your self confidence, lost your self belief, every pattern, everything that has happened in your past, let's destroy and uncreate, delete and cancel, erase it out from your memory, erase it out from your life itself. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What if you're a new person, newly born today, with so much skills, so much experience, and today you can start trusting yourself? Yes, I can do it. Every way that you're not willing to say that and to be that energy of, yes, I can do it. Nothing can ever stop me. I am just going to do it. What if that's the energy that can actually take you to success? Every way that you're not willing to be in that energy of positivity. I am gonna do it whatsoever. Nothing is ever gonna stop me in my world right now. Every way you're not willing to be in that energy, let's destroy and uncreate all the points of view, all the decisions, judgments, computations, conclusions, projections, rejections, expectations, separations, and refined judgments that you have about yourself that is blocking you from having the true self-confidence and the self-belief that you were born with. Right, when you were born as a little child in this world, you had so much of self-confidence, you had all the self-belief, which you lost slowly as you grew up. So let's rewind you back to that, newly born self-confidence and self-belief and this fun. A little child, you give it a new toy, it just goes, runs out into the world and explore the possibilities. What if you can be that newly born child today? Got this new toy in front of you, new inspiration to create and put something new. And what if you can now take that thing, explore the world of possibilities in front of you? Every way you're not willing to have that kind of a self-confidence and self-belief as a newly born child, let's destroy and uncreate all your past, all your points of view, everything else in you that stops you from having the self-confidence and self-belief. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so I started the session thinking we are going in a different direction, and where we went is like totally, a totally different direction. How do you feel now?
I'm feeling so excited. I'm very happy. Like suddenly this I never expected. Like I'll be here today on Facebook Live with you. That itself is a great what to say, great feeling I'm having. Thank you.
That is so beautiful. I'm so happy for you, and I can feel that
and the
excitement.
the truth came out today in the session. The what was the innate desire in me just came out.
Exactly. So I was totally not even prior when we spoke about it came out.
Yes.
It's like on live, I'm asking a question and then it just popped up. I'm like, wow, we never thought about that prior to this time. So that's amazing. So that's all from me, my dear beings today. And thank you so much, Meenakshi. I'm sure what you brought up was so many different points of view, which applies to all of them in the call. So thank you so much for your contribution today.
Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear.
You're amazing.
Thank you. All right, my dear beautiful viewers here, I'm going to see you in my next session. If you would like to come on to these live sessions and be my speaker, you can do so as well. Just send me a message and you can click on the Facebook group link that I have posted and you can join the group. That's where I am actively all the time. All right, so thank you. I'm going to see you Friday, same time for the same session. Bye-bye.